Horton the Elephant. Horton the Elephant is a fictional character from the 1940 book Horton Hatches the Egg and 1954 book Horton Hears, both by Dr. Seuss. Horton is a kind, sweet-natured elephant who cares about other animals or people. Though he goes through many hardships, whether trying to keep an egg warm through storms, rough travels, and humiliating shows, or tries to save a small planet from harm, he always triumphs. The egg hatches into an elephant bird, while the planet is saved and respected by the others. He is very popular because of his big heart and respectful compassion, which makes him more humorous. In 1942, Warner Brothers made the animated short film, Horton Hatches the Egg, in which Horton is voiced by Kent Rogers. In 1970, MGM Animation/Visual Arts made a 30-minute TV special of Horton Hears. Horton is voiced by Hans Conried, who also leads his voice as the narrator. Horton is also a character on the TV series The Wubulous World of Dr. Seuss. John Kennedy voiced the character in Horton Hatches the Egg. Horton is also a principal character in Seuss the Musical, which uses most of the two Horton books as its primary plot. Horton is voiced by Jim Carrey in the computer-animated adaptation of Horton Hears, where he is shown as being eccentric and imaginative, and sort of absent-minded. Horton appeared in a new Dr. Seuss book, Horton and the Quagga Bug, which came out on September 9, 2014, the second Dr. Seuss book published after his death in 1991. Horton hatches the egg. Mother bird Maisie lays an egg, but becomes weary of incubating it, and persuades Horton to take her place. As Horton spends months at this, he suffers rainstorms, snowstorms, and the mockery of the other animals, while Maisie relaxes abroad. When 3 hunters approach him, Horton defies them to shoot him, while refusing to leave the nest, and the hunters, realizing they have found a rare attraction, an elephant sitting on a nest, dig up the tree and sell him to a circus. When the circus arrives in Palm Beach, Maisie goes to Horton demanding the return of her egg, but when the egg hatches, it produces the hybrid elephant bird, who returns with Horton to the wild. Horton hears Horton is bathing in a pond when he hears a speck of dust emit cries for help, and places it on a red clover for safety. Upon investigating, he learns that the speck of dust is a microscopic world named Whoville, inhabited by a microscopic species called Whos. When he talks to the Whos, the sour kangaroo and her son brand Horton as insane to the entire animal kingdom. When Horton retains the Whos, the Wickersham brothers steal the clover and request Ville-Dickoff to dispose of it, whereupon Ville-Dickoff discards the clover among a field of identical plants. After a day of searching, Horton locates Whoville, but Mother Kangaroo arrives with an army of monkeys, to imprison him and destroy the clover. When the kangaroos fail to hear a chorus of Whos announcing their presence, monkeys attack Horton, who shouts at the Whos to prove themselves, but all their efforts fail until the Who child Jojo shouts the syllable yop, breaking the sound barrier. The monkeys and kangaroo apologize to Horton and promise to cooperate with him in protecting Whoville.